My journey to this moment started about 5 years ago. It was a big day, much like today. I was sitting outside the board meeting of a large payment software company who will remain unnamed, and I was about to present the results of a one-year global study on the impact of mobile on payments. And probably very much like myself, who was waiting to be called into a presentation that, by the way, never happened, I think you all have been waiting a very long time to see something happen in mobile payments, and now might be the right time for that to occur. Maybe the first step is for us to define even what we're talking about. What is mobile payments? I'm not going to do that, though. Instead, I'm going to appeal to the memory of Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart, who very famously said he couldn't define pornography, but he'd know it when he saw it. So I think that when we see a beautiful buying experience delivered on a mobile device, we'll know that we've seen mobile payments. But with all due respect to all the members of the cult of product who may be here, that's probably not going to be enough. Daniel Pink recently wrote in To Sell is Human that the world of caveat emptor is gone, and now we live in the world of caveat venditor, or in my words, selling is dead, so long live buying. Today, retailers and brands are spending over $400 billion a year trying to get consumers in stores and to sell them stuff. That's about 8 cents on every dollar sold. And I think that's the compelling problem that mobile payments can solve, inspiring consumers to buy with beautiful buying experiences. In the multi-lane environment, that would probably connect brands to consumers so the creators and users of products can actually interact. At the sales counter, that's probably about making sure that products and services really fit the consumer's need and more personally engage with them. At the table, I think that's facilitating diners' preferences for menus, for services, for seating, and driving them back into the restaurant for another meal. And at the self-service checkout, that's probably about personalization, surprise, and delight. Things are just missing from that self-service experience today. You might call that a super checkout. You might call it a super duper checkout. Maybe you call it an Uber checkout. I'm not sure. I think you probably heard a lot of this before from some other CEO. They may have been a little younger. They might have been a little skinnier. They might have had more funding, and we get that. So what we decided to do was actually build an app that would show you what it is we do so that you would get it. Cunningly enough, we call this the Get Modo app. So I'm going to show that to you now. The app starts by selecting a retail store, which you did quickly, picking an amount that I'm going to make a purchase for, determining what offer or gift amount that I might want to use, and that's it. That barcode now works at the point of sale, combining all those different sources of money. To send a gift, similarly, select our retailer of choice, determine the amount of the gift, select the receiver probably from the contact list on the phone, make a reference to my car, and then confirm that gift and send it off. Now, the best part about this gift is once it's been used, you, the giver, are going to get notified that that gift was actually used. That's the conversational part. Of course, you can review all the offers that you have. That's pretty straightforward. But if that offer is compelling enough, maybe it's going to inspire the consumer to go in and buy something in store. Okay, so we agreed earlier selling was dead. You remember that part? Silence means agreement. We're using Robert's rules today. So now you all know that you need to inspire consumers to buy instead. So what's interesting to note here at the bottom is, and by interesting to note, I mean sort of an Adam Smith Freakonomics type moment, 8% of the total retail volume was spent on advertising promotions. You remember that? That same 8% number just showed back up as the average discount that gift cards earn you if you buy them from merchants in advance. There might be a connection there. And in fact, these particular retailers agree with us. They're all available through that app that I just showed you. And they're just one of, or a sample of hundreds that you can do the exact same thing with through these services. So I told you we built this app, not really to show you an app, but instead so that you would get what we did. And what I'm really here to talk to you about is your app. It either exists or maybe it's still in your head. But our job at its very reactor core is to fuse together multiple sources of money and push those into a one-time use card. The retailer decides the type of one-time use card we're going to use. Could be a gift card, we've talked about that. Could be a Visa card, could be a network card of some other kind or a proprietary card. And it could be presented as NFC, we showed you barcode, could be manual, and also could be something else that's perhaps a little more magical. We deliver these services to you through our well-documented, handcrafted API, and that's well documented according to us. Remember, silence means assent. You're doing a great job on that. You build the beautiful buying experience, and we do the payments heavy lifting with a little help from our friends. Your experience can include a huge range of functionality. I've shown you two. I've shown you conversational gifting and high-def offers. There's a lot of other capabilities that we've actually used to build experiences for a wide range of folks, merchants, banks, processors, consumer brands, and developers. Happy to describe those to you, but quite honestly, it would be better just to talk to you about what you'd like to do. We get by with a little help from our friends who help us with a range of payments capabilities that we deliver to you through those API services. So finally, come to our workshop tomorrow. We'll explain the whole API. We'll show you all the references, and you can learn how to build something yourself. Then in about a month, come to Vegas, build an app, participate in the Money 2020 Hackathon, and be eligible to win hundreds of thousands of dollars of prizes. Send an email to Claire, who's our robot EA, if you'd like to make an appointment with any one of us. We'll make time for you. Thank you again.